Yo, what is up, guys? Your boy MMA Propaholic, and I'm back with another breakdown for UFC Vegas 67. And I'm going to be breaking down Dan Argueta versus Isaac Dulgarian. And guys, we are in for a treat here. This is going to be a great fight. This is a great matchup by the UFC that they made. Dulgarian is 3 years younger. Argueta is 29. Dulgarian is 26. Both are at the same height. There is no reach out there on Dulgarian, so yeah, I don't have his reach, but I'm gonna assume he kind of has the same reach as Argueta. Um, Argueta has four more professional fights than Dulgarian. Argueta has one more UFC fight, as Dulgarian's going to be making his UFC debut here. Dulgarian has finished every single fight, and he has finished every single fight in the first round, including four of his amateur fights. So 9 of 9 wins inside the very first round. Has never seen a second or third round. Um, yeah, guys. Wrestler versus wrestler here, basically, guys. Guys, Isaac Dulgarian. I don't care who he has beaten. Like, I do care. The way he's done it, guys. I've watched every single one of his finishes on UFC Fight Pass, and guys, if you guys go watch his tape, it's literally less than 10 minutes, and you're watching 5 fights. He's literally going out here and absolutely destroying these guys. He's just taking them down on the very first takedown attempt with a double leg, and he's getting them down. He's just ground and pounding them. He's switching positions very well. I really do like what this kid Dulgarian brings, especially like being behind like James Cross at such like a young age and going out here and finishing all these fights in the very first round. Like guys, he had 5 fights in 2021, finished each one of them in the first round. He knocked out TJ Britton when the Nelk boys were there with Dana, and guys, that right hand, he knocked down TJ Britton, and I could swear to you guys, like he landed two heavy right hands of ground and pound when he was on top, and TJ Britton didn't wake up for like the next 10 minutes. Um, what I just really what's crazy to me about Dulgarian is we haven't even seen Dulgarian's full game yet, and he's just going out here and knocking these guys out in the very first round. And when I go look at Dan Argueta, like Dan Argueta, guys, definitely has the better schedule. He just lost to Damon Jackson, which was it was a pretty good fight. I wasn't really impressed, but he took the fight on a month's notice and went up a weight class and was demanding it after he beat Diego Silva in his post-fight interview. So, yeah, he got what he wanted, and I don't really think he got what he wanted at the same time. He got David Jackson just wrestled him the whole time and just kept and held him down, and Argueta had absolutely no answer. And it was crazy because I was watching that fight, and when I was watching the Diego Silva fight, Argueta came in, guys. He was a minus 450 favorite. Diego Silva came in and was like plus 350. Um, and they were saying how like Diego Silva, guys, he was taking him down. Like he took Dan Argueta down, and they were saying how Diego Silva was more of the striker and he wanted to keep it up on the feet. And he came in, guys, with the game plan, and he took Argueta down. And guys, he held him there. And don't get me wrong, guys. Like this this guy this guy Silva is 15-8. He has faced pretty like valid competition. Jay Perrin he faced. Andres Sokomat. I don't know how to say that guy's last name, but I've seen him on tape several times when I've watched UFC films. So he's a UFC fighter. So like what I really see here, guys, is like Argueta also like his striking. I tweeted it out the other day, guys. His striking defense is non-existent. I hate his entries when he shoots for takedowns. He has horrific entries, guys. Like he doesn't have a basic wrestling entry to get a double leg takedown. He has to chaotically throw a swinging hook to get himself into grappling positions, but I just don't like it all because he leaves his hands down, he leaves his chin wide, like straight up, just to get himself whacked, which I've seen several times. And if you guys like go and you watch the film on Argueta, like he took down this guy Marion Santos. Everyone's gonna be like, yeah, Santos, he's 12-0. It's better than any opponent Dulgarian's faced. I think Dulgarian would knock out Santos in the very first round. Santos is 21 years old, and Santos was like a child, and Argueta just honestly 10-8 him, and then he finished him in the third round. But that was at 135, guys, and he took a fight against Diego Silva 3 months later, and it was a very close fight against Diego Silva. But I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, like Argueta, I think it was Diego Silva who took the first 2 rounds, and it was Argueta who took the last three. But that was a very close fight, guys. Like that fight could have honestly have went either way. Um, but he's pacing himself, guys, for 5 round fights because those I think the Santos fight was 5 rounds. I could be wrong, but when he came in against Damon Jackson, guys, it was not a good look to me. Like he don't get me wrong, the kid has heart, guys. Like he came in on a month's short notice. He went up a weight class, and to me, like, it wasn't a good fight for him to really take. I mean, maybe it was for experience wise, but Damon Jackson was just getting him down with ease. These takedowns were effortless, and he was just holding him there. And Argueta was just accepting being on his back. And guys, we know that Damon Jackson slows down in the third round and doesn't really have the best of cardio, and he doesn't really have like the best of striking defense either, guys. Like he does get hit a lot, so like Argueta fought through that third round. It was very like it was nice heart, but I mean, when you guys look at this line and you see Argueta as a -210 favorite, and you see Dulgarian who's just going out there and murdering his opponents in less than like 2 minutes, like I understand these opponents that Dulgarian is beaten are like absolute cans, and like I could swear to you guys, like I want to post a picture later. I think it was this guy Jesse Ebrecht. He knocked out in 35 seconds. He literally looks like Trevor from GTA. Like I really want to post it. I forgot to post it when I watched the tape, but because I was just so amazed how like Dulgarian was just going in here and mopping these opponents. Like guys, he has never been past the 4 minute mark of a first round. Like, I don't like just to do that all in the first round to me is just crazy. And I know the kid has wrestling. He hasn't seen adversity as Argueta has seen adversity. Argueta's gonna have probably the cardio advantage here, but like guys, like we haven't even seen a full established Isaac Dulgarian yet. And the last time he fought was against TJ Britain, and that was like a year ago. And I know since the whole James Cross situation that he's not at Glory MMA anymore. But like he's still gonna take what he learned at Glory MMA and go to his new gym. I tried to find what gym he's training at, and I could not find it. But what did I do, guys? I bet Isaac Dulgarian at plus 180, and I bet him for 0.42 units. Um, and I did it for just multiple reasons. Like, I think Dulgarian has more power in his hands. His physical presence to me is just very intimidating when you see him in the cage and when you watch his film and how he's finishing all these opponents. And you guys could call me crazy, but he reminds me of Taporia. Like his presence, his power, and the way he throws, and his wrestling, and the way Dulgarian gets these guys down, guys. Like he fully explodes into these takedowns, and he just like he has feints. Like Argueta doesn't have any feints. He just chaotically throws and leaves himself wide open, and he leaves himself to be taken down too, guys. Like he has been taken down multiple times, and you even see it in his other fights. He's getting taken down and he's getting reversed, and it's just not a good look. And guys, 2 of 4, Damon Jackson only attempted 4 takedowns, guys. 60 Orgetta got controlled 69% of that fight in control time, guys. 69%. That is horrifically brutal. And just showing me that like you're willing to lose minutes. And I've seen it on his film that he is willing to lose minutes. I think Dulgarian is going to land the more powerful shots. I think Dulgarian is going to be able to stuff these takedowns as he has trained with wrestlers before at Glory MMA. And I just think that this shot on Dulgarian, it's crazy to me that Argueta opened at like minus 260, and I wish I ran the film when Dulgarian was plus 220, but I still like him at plus 180 now, guys. Like, I have him to win 0.75 units, and the only thing that does concern me is the level of competition that Dulgarian has faced. Dulgarian is just coming straight out of the FAC, and guys, I'm telling you now, I think he's gonna make a statement here, and I think he's gonna show how he fully establishes himself as a fighter in this fight because he has never been past the first round, and he is going to be tested here, guys. Like this Argueta's gonna test him, guys. Argueta is a good fighter. He has tons of heart. Like his post-fight interview was a great interview against Silva. He says how he gave his mom and dad the belt. Like he's a very good dude. Like I like the guy. Like but I mean, holy shit, guys! But to lay minus 210 on him and he's 0-1 in the UFC, it's just like I don't understand the spot. I guess like to me, I think this line is just based off of the competition and him facing Damon Jackson in his last fight. He showed he had a lot of heart. That's what he showed. But guys, Dulgarian, I think he's physically stronger than Argueta. Like Argueta is staying in the 145 weight class, which I really don't like for him. I really think he should stay at 135. I think he's physically more dominant at 135. I think it's going to be harder for him. Oh, excuse me, guys. I think it's going to be harder for him at 145 to physically throw people around like he was at 135. But yeah, guys, like Bulgarian is the natural 145er also. So I did take the shot on him. Yeah, guys, I like it. You can't lay this price on Argueta and just think he's gonna go out there and steamroll Bulgarian because that's not gonna happen, guys. Like I have even seen Bulgarian on the feet. Like I think this guy is I think he's a prospect, guys, and I think he's gonna go through the rankings very quickly. I really do think he has a full game in his arsenal, guys. So I have Isaac Dulgarian at plus 180 for 0.42 units. And on a violence perspective, I don't hate violence here. I'm actually gonna see if I can get violence at a good price and maybe add violence to my money line bet. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. And I can't hurt it anymore. I can't say it anymore. Argueta's striking defense is literally non-existent, and he is going to leave himself open to be countered when he shoots in these takedowns with his sloppy hook movement, which he does when he tries to get in his double legs. He doesn't have good entries, guys, and that's what I don't like about him either. Like his takedown attempts are just not very they're not very high IQ'd at all, and it's just more off of desperate because he's getting hit on the feet and doesn't really have head movement and doesn't really keep his hands up. So Bulgarian 0.42 units plus 180, guys. I got that line on FanDuel. Hope you guys are enjoying these breakdown videos. Leave a like, leave a comment in the section below, and peace out, guys. Drop more breakdowns today, so stay tuned.